time. Yes. No surprise. All right, guys, it's your girl NIA, and I'm back. Listen, I'm not going to play the whole intro tonight due to the fact that it's going to be a very short time. I'm back on all 3 platforms, and I am off of maternity leave. That's right. I wanted to share a quick thank you to everybody who's been watching, who's been supporting, who have been praying, and just being of a positive influence in my life and my baby's life. As you all know, it could be very challenging being a woman in business, but even more challenging when you're a married woman in business, and also when you are about to give birth or you're giving birth to a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bundle of joy. But I'm back. And I couldn't stay away too long because everybody has been calling and hey, when you coming back, sis? What you doing? What's going on? And people want to do business, right? And business waits for nobody. And before we get started, I thank you so much, sis. I got people watching on Instagram. If you're watching, wherever you're watching from, please definitely send a love, a like, a thumbs up. Let me know where you're watching from too, right? Because I love knowing where my people are watching from. So Nancy Job 05, let me know where you're watching from. And I want to thank you for your comment just now of loving these earrings. It was a gift, a beautiful gift by a sister by the name of Miss Yulene. So shouts out to her. As you can see, it's my African sister, goddess, queen. That's live on my earrings right now. Oh, Orlando in the building. Share with your friends. NIA is back. NIA is back. And we're here to just take over. We're here to just take back over. And again, before we get really started, I wanted to share this, right? All my life, I heard that saying, that quote or whatever, that, don't take it personal, it's just business. And so I never really gathered that I would be a businesswoman. I studied psychology, I studied public relations, I was like a leader from a very young age. So I never thought I would be a quote unquote businesswoman, but in everything, life is business. Everything that we do from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep, in between, right? Drinking water, eating food, going to the restroom, walking down the street, everything is interconnected with business. And so I wanted to share that, just launching back, that I'm going to take my businesses more seriously. Sometimes we can become lackadaisical. Sometimes we could become, really complacent when it comes to business, when it comes to the giftings that we have, when it comes to the gifts that God gives us. However, if you know anything about business, you'll know again that business waits for no one and time waits for no one. So no matter what you're doing out there, if it means a lot to you, go out there and take your craft seriously, more seriously than ever before, because I can guarantee you the moment you start really honing in on what you have. I miss you too, Mr. Gregory Roberts. Thank you for tuning back in. I'm so glad you're still a part of my life. I miss you so much. And I can guarantee you again, that whatever you put your heart into, whatever you put your mind into, it will flourish. It will. It has to, because you're staying positive, you're staying amazing and wonderful, right? So everything is interconnected, guys. Everything. And if you see me looking to the left, it's because I have Instagram here. If you see me looking straight ahead at you, that's Facebook there. And on the right is YouTube. And then very soon I'll be able to merge all those platforms, because if you know anything about me, you'll know that I have like 16 different Facebook pages and Instagram pages, and I have a whole lot going on. And I'm just now doing the YouTube thing. And that's because I was really, I want to say, skeptical about YouTube initially. It was kind of like, there's so many people on YouTube. Who's going to listen to me? Who wants to see me on YouTube? But guess what? I couldn't know that people would watch me on YouTube if I didn't get on YouTube. So we're going to be back on YouTube, and, I have so much to live for now. I have so many great things happening in my life that I cannot be shy, complacent, thinking nobody's going to watch me, because I got stuff to say. But furthermore, I have people to interview and businesses to uncover and share with all of you. So tonight I'm going to be on for a very short time, but if you're watching wherever you're from and you want to join me live, if you want to join me live, Anaya will only be on here till approximately 9:30 or so, because I have a baby to get back to. Please, please, please join me if you feel like joining me live here on the Anaya A Show platform. You all can do that right now. I have a comment already here on Facebook. Oh, okay. Gregory Roberts is here as always, sharing his love. Thank you so much. We love you too, Gregory Roberts, for always being a part of this platform and sharing, because sharing is caring. So if you want to join me live, and if you have anything you want to share, anything you want to talk about this evening, you know what? We're going to do that because I have a whole lot that I want to share, but I want to hear from the general public. I want to hear from all of my friends. So if you are wanting to come on to this platform with me, dial in on Zoom right now. And that number is 436-903-4585. Again, on Zoom right now, 436-903-4585. It's your girl Anaya A on the Anaya A Show, and we are back live. Now, I have so much, like I said, that I wanted to share and talk about this evening. So if you want to join me, go ahead and click that 436-903-4585. We're live right now. You don't want to miss any moments with your girl Anaya A, because for the next few months, I'm going to be going hard. I'm going to be going so hard on the Anaya A platform. And the reason being is because while I was away, so much was happening. So much was happening around me. People are getting in contact with me every day. They want to do business with me. They know my products. They know my work. They have seen me everywhere. So with that being said, when you have people that are watching and who are in business for themselves and who are working to be amazing and great, you know what that does? That opens the door for them to want to connect. So if you're watching and you want to join, 436-908-4585 is that magical number. Right now, 436-903-4585. That's the magical number to join me right now. If you guys want to talk with your girl Anaya A, if not, that's okay, because we're going to be here until about 9:30 p.m. So real quick, first, I want to shout out somebody. You know, I'm going to wait until later. I'm going to shout them out later because I'm going to give them the heads up that I'm going to be shouting them out on their beautiful anniversary. Okay, we're going to shout them out in just a little bit. But if anybody has an anniversary that they're celebrating, if anybody has a birthday that they're celebrating, then you all should hit up your girl Anaya A and let me know. Birthdays, celebrations, anniversaries, new births. A lot of new children are being born right now, guys. A lot of new children are being born, and I want you guys to not miss the mark of sharing your love. If you have anything going on, a birthday, an anniversary, a new birth, share that with your girl at IA, and we'll be able to talk about that live on this platform. All right, so moving along, like I said, I am not going to share that anniversary yet. I'm going to give them a chance to come on here and watch. Hold on, somebody else left another comment. Oh, we had 12 views when we did our test earlier, so that's really sweet. Thank you guys so much. Oh, yes. So like I was saying, do not be afraid to talk about business, do business wherever you go, whatever you do, because everything is interconnected. And that's why I jumped right back into this platform. And I wanted to chat with all of you. And the reason being is because time waits for no one, business waits for no one. You know, we live in a world where everything is like really quick, really quick, really quick. And because of that, I wanted to take the opportunity to come back out little by little and share some of the great things that are happening. Just last week, guys, I was a part of a really phenomenal event. Now, I spoke with a woman before I had the baby, before I had King, and I literally was sharing with her like my life's work, because I think she heard about me and all the great work that I do and things of that nature, and she wanted to know more about me. So right before I gave birth, or maybe like even a month or so prior to giving birth, because as you guys know, I was going through some stuff. So before I gave birth, I spoke with this beautiful woman, and she told me about this phenomenal event that was coming on. And literally I said, okay, like she wanted me to be a part of it and things like that. And she kept her word. She sent me the information. Now, mind you guys, my butt was like, having babies and just like laid out and stuff for so long, I kind of forgot about the event myself. And when it was the day of, I had two meetings back to back, and then I had that live, you know, platform that I had to be on. And it was so funny because at the time I was like, can I do this with the baby? Is he going to let me get on live and things like that? And I was afraid, but I had to take a chance. So I just wanted to share tonight that last week and within the past couple of weeks, I have been going back live on different platforms. And everybody that's reached out to me, I'll be coming back on your platform. So don't worry about it. We are back live now. So join us. So join us. Hold on, guys. I gotta leave this message. So join us. Yes. So literally, I was on this beautiful platform with this beautiful sister and all these beautiful sisters, and even a brother from Africa, from Burkina Faso. And just a couple of days ago, I got an email from them. Now, I didn't have a chance to go on that email until today. And when I went on that email, guys, guess what? That's right. I got an award for my presence there. And the funniest part is I didn't even do like what I anticipated on doing and sharing on my content and things of that nature, because King gave me just a few minutes to speak and then he wanted his bottle. So with that being said, I wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody that stood with Miss Loretta, and all of the beautiful Black and Brown sisters and brothers that we had on that platform. Just what, last week or 2 weeks ago, it was a great moment. And I'm so happy that I was able to be a part of that live event with all of the beautiful people in our community. So thank you, thank you, thank you for allowing me to be on that platform, and also for giving me an award. That makes a lot to me. So with that being said, I had to share that with all of you. And then I also had to share that my big brother, Master B, was awarded as well. He was a part of Black Men Rock in South Florida, and that's like Southwest Florida, like Naples, and things of that nature. And I just had a beautiful conversation with Brother Biko. Brother Biko, are you still in the building? He's still in the building. So Brother Biko and I just got done talking about, some things. I don't want to say everything publicly. However, Brother Biko and I just got done talking about possibly putting our minds together to have a forum where we can help elevate and create a very beautiful space for our Black men. What's going on in our lives right now is that a lot of Black men are not being appreciated and loved. And what's happening is we see our Black men are losing hope, are losing their, I guess, stance, right? You would say their stance in community, Brother Biko? Okay, yes. And so what we're going to do is we're going to hopefully in the very near future work to showcase our brothers in a more positive light, because what we don't want to see is more of our Black men losing their roles in our communities and their roles as fathers. And as Black men are already a limited resource, I want to say, because we have a lot of Black men incarcerated and they're not doing good a lot of times because of their circumstances financially, emotionally, physically, and things of that nature. We want to be able to come together and showcase how beautiful and positive our Black men are, because it seems as if we don't get enough love given to our Black men. And if we don't give enough love to our brothers, then what's that going to do to the future of our Black race? So stay tuned for that. Brother Biko and I will talk more about that, hopefully in the weeks or so to come, as we try to put our heads together to do something phenomenal in regards to like a round table or, something of the sort, because we have to definitely elevate and empower our Black men even more. Would you guys agree? If you would, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up, a heart, a like, love, etc., because we want to be able to showcase all of the great brothers that are out there. So I just had to share that for sure. And then also, I wanted to share that just last week too, a lot of stuff happened last week, guys, a lot of stuff. I met a beautiful sister and we had a great time working out together and being in our communities. And I'll talk more about that on another day. But what I wanted to share is seeing all of the great people that I saw in the streets of Harlem, USA, just last week, I think on last week, Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Brother Biko, was I here on Thursday or Friday? Thursday? Absolutely. So last week, Thursday, Harlem was on fire. Harlem was on fire last week, guys. So I just want to say thank you to all of my beautiful friends that I ran into in Harlem. You know, I don't like to shout people out unless they let, give me the okay. But I'll be back when I come back live for the United A show to shout out all of my beautiful sisters that I saw live in the streets of Harlem just last Thursday. And it was literally something that I needed because I've been out for so long in the house. And as you guys know, Anaya cannot stay in this house, honey. So I had to get up out the house. And in doing so, I was able to reconnect with so many of my beautiful sisters throughout Harlem, but also my brothers. I didn't see a lot of my brothers in the streets, but guess what? I knew they were in the streets doing what they do best. And I'm just so happy to be back out and about. So I just wanted to shout them out. They know who they are because they might be watching now. So they may know who they are because they were out and doing their thing and looking gorgeous as ever. So I wanted to say that. And what else did I have for you guys? Well, I want to hear from you. What do you guys have going on in your lives? Send me a comment. Let me know some of the great things that you have going on in your lives. And literally, let's talk about what's happening in the very near future. I want to hear from you guys for sure. And as I wait to hear your comments, let me share this. New York Fashion Week is upon us. So if anybody's in the fashion world, models, fashion designers, you name it, creatives, know that New York Fashion Week is upon us. And I can't wait to see all the gorgeous new styles that are out and about in these streets. And I think Harlem Fashion Week just passed literally this past weekend. And one of my good friends, whom I love and respect, great businessman, great photographer, he actually ran for office not too long ago. He actually, I believe, got an award for doing his thing throughout Harlem for all these years. So give it up to Mr. Billy Council, who was in the streets of Harlem getting awarded just this past week, I want to say. So that's exciting within itself. And I just know for a fact that Harlem is booming again. People are out and about every single day, and I'm loving it. And I see the people as I just take a brief walk, from my home to the office. I just see all the beautiful creatives and all the beautiful styles. And I'm just so excited right now to be a part of the community that we're in. Oh, shouts out real quick. I'm seeing something pop up on Facebook, which I love. Shouts out to my boy Clinton Bryant, who has a new merch page. He has new merchandise out, and I guess it's of him singing because he is a musician. He's a singer. So shout outs to Mr. Clinton Bryant. I don't know what he's up to with this fashion line, but I would love to speak with him more about his fashion line. So that's really exciting that he has that going on. All right, guys. If you guys are out there and you have anything on your minds, please let me know. As you know, I'm going to be on here for just a little bit longer. And you know what, guys, honest to God, I should have come on here earlier and share that I was going to be on live. But you know what it is? It's literally the fact that sometimes I say something and then I have all intents and purposes to do what I say I'm going to do, but I get sidetracked, or again, having a new baby in my life. I'm literally seriously so busy with all the different things that I have to do with a newborn baby. And sometimes I literally want to be out and doing what I say I'm gonna do, and then I forget. But again, shout outs to my big bro, Master B, for such an amazing job this past weekend, who won the Southwest Florida Black Men Rock Award. He is doing his thing big time, and I'm so excited for him. And again, guys, do not blame me for not sharing that I was going live much earlier. I literally sometimes want to do something and then I get sidetracked. Don't blame me. I still have mommy brain, by the way. And I don't think mommy brain is going to go away for a very long time, but that's okay because God is faithful. Okay, guys. So I literally wanted to also talk about something that's very near and dear to my heart, and that's just staying positive, right? Again, a lot of times people are in business and they don't realize how much it takes to be in business, or if you're not in business, you just think life is just passing you by and it's not like that easy for people to juggle a lot of responsibilities. So a lot of times people just want to just live and not go extra. But if again, you have a vision or a dream in your mind, in your heart, etc., please, please, please find a way to cultivate that dream and that vision. You know, today is Monday, which also means literally Motivational Monday, right? Where we get to motivate you all. So right now, I just wanted to take the time to share that if you have a dream and a vision, no matter how big or small it is, go after that dream or vision. Go after it, cultivate it, and make sure that those around you are positive so that you also will be able to accomplish every single one of your dreams. And the reason I'm sharing that tonight with you all is because recently I met a beautiful sister, and this beautiful sister literally has hopes and dreams to become a mother. And she's like literally thinking that she's too old to become a mother. And you guys don't even want to guess her age. This young lady, if I could only be her age again, but she literally felt like she was too old to be a mother. And the thing about it is that everybody's entitled to having their opinions as to, you know, how they feel, right? But then every once in a while, you'll come across somebody like myself who will encourage you to not be so down on yourself. And I wanted to share this message with somebody today because even in dreaming about visions or even in dreaming about like, you know, being in business or cultivating those ideas and things like that, sometimes people will tell you you're too old. Come on now. Sometimes people will tell you that you don't have what it takes. Sometimes people will tell you to not follow those dreams and visions. And so I had to share that today because I just ran into this beautiful young lady. And one of the things that happened is I could just tell she wanted this thing so bad to become a mother. And I never wanted to become a mother, actually. I never wanted to become a mother because I just always thought it was going to be so hard. It was going to be so time consuming, which it is, which it is times 2, 3, 10. And I never wanted to take that role on. But for whatever reason, in my living, I changed my mind and I changed my desires because I realized that I was working so hard to leave a legacy behind. And if anybody's out there and you are working so hard to leave a legacy behind, then you'll know this next statement is true. When you are working hard to leave a legacy behind, or even when you're working hard to take care of what you're taking care of now, bills, your family, your friends, whatever it is, understand something. You cannot let anybody or anything stop you or be negative around you. And the reason being is because whatever that thing is inside of you, whether or not it's a child, whether or not it's a business, whatever's inside of you, it has to be cultivated so that it can grow. And so when that young lady and that sister was telling me about her desires to become a mother, and mind you, I just became a mother, I automatically sensed the fact that she had negative people around her that were more than likely killing her dreams. And I shared with her, get away from those people and stay close. Hi, good evening, Trendy Tripping, and stay close to those who see your vision, who see the dreams that you have, and who want to see you rise up. Because at the end of the day, wherever you are in life, whoever you're around, those circumstances, those people, things that are in your circle will affect whatever it is you have going on. So tonight, on this Motivational Monday moment, I want to remind you to not only stay motivated, but stay close to those who can make the best and most positive influences in your life. Because whatever you hear, whatever you see, whatever comes into your spirit is what's going to determine how you react and how you grow in this season. Ooh, I'm preaching today. I'm preaching today. And I didn't want to get all biblical, but I'm going to. You know why? Because earlier today, also part of Motivational Monday, earlier today, I had a conversation with one of my big brothers. You know, I have a lot of big bros. And a lot of times we like, Anaya, how many brothers do you really have? Don't worry about it. But just know I have a lot of big brothers in the game of life, in the game of business, So when you hear me say big bros, you'll never know exactly which one I'm talking about because there are so many of them, because I have what you call that je ne sais quoi. I have that male energy to communicate with my big bros in life, especially those that are doing great things. So let's get back to it. So here I am speaking to Big Bro earlier on today, and I just heard Bishop T.D. Jakes preach about Moses. Preach about Moses as Moses was going up to talk to the Lord. And I didn't even hear the whole sermon because I got busy and I obviously had to leave and to get to the office to get back to work. And as I was speaking to Big Brother, I had to remind Big Brother that the dreams and the visions that he has every day are just that, are dreams and visions for him and him alone. See, fam, as we're about to shut down, because I don't see a lot of people tuning in or tapping on live with me right now, and that's okay, because I just re-announced that I'm back, right? I didn't give anybody a chance to join me or to even really comment. I just jumped back into the game because that's what we do. Okay, bet. So as, ready for this? God gave Moses the dream and the vision, right? And I'm not beating anybody over the head with the Bible tonight because I believe that the Bible is literally a book in believing and leaving instructions before we leave this earth, right? We have to believe in something. We have to hear something positive in order for us to be able to go to the next level, in order for us to have positive reinforcements in our lives. We have to believe in something or we'll fall for anything. So that's my belief in regards to the Bible. A lot of people are going to say, and why you got to talk about God, or, can't you talk about something else? I can, but I won't, because right now I have to share this message with somebody who's been losing faith and who's been losing hope because you didn't know which way to go. And you didn't know that the voice that you've been hearing is not a crazy voice, mind you. It's not anything negative. It's more than likely something that God is putting in your spirit to take you to the next level. So here we go. So God, in his divine mercy, as we know in the Bible, allowed Moses to be who he was from day one. And if you know anything about the story of Moses, then you'll understand that it was not easy for the brother from birth, because from birth, Moses was supposed to be killed. Moses had a death stamp on his life from birth. And so when it comes to the story of Moses, it's so complicated because people often wonder, how is it possible to have a death stamp on your life from birth, but you're able to accomplish so many things? And the reason in my mind, because I'm not God and I'm not super divine, but I have a lot of common sense. And the reason I feel like Moses was able to accomplish what he was able to accomplish is because ultimately he had no fear. He was born in a bad situation. He was sent in a river to escape death. He lived in the palace, but shortly thereafter had to flee there. So what could he have been afraid of, you ask? Nothing, because he already done been through it. He faced fear and went straight forward. And tonight, whoever I'm speaking to, and if you may hear this story or this live later, understand something right now, brethren, sisterin, that whatever you're facing, because you have been through it all already, God is saying this next chapter ain't nothing. Because you've been through it, you can overcome anything. And right now, somebody is mourning the loss of a loved one or a friend, a classmate, a spouse, even a job, because sometimes we could mourn the loss of a job or something that means really a lot to us. And God is saying that he's not going to replace that person, that thing, etc. But what's going to happen in this next season of your life, eyes will not be able to see and ears will not be able to hear. I need somebody to touch and agree tonight. So with the story of Moses, as we know, my people, he escaped everything. He went through so much at such an early age. The man was practically fearless, but there was something that he was afraid of. And that was the very thing that God wanted to use when it came to his son, the prophet Moses, the one that was going to save the people. God was going to use the very thing that he was actually afraid of, which nobody thought he would be afraid of anything. And that's what God needed him to step up and utilize to save the people, to save the nation, to break every chain, if you will, just like Tasha Cobb says. And one of the things that I shared with my brother on today, Big Bro, was that when God sent Moses, come on, I need y'all to hear me. When God sent Moses up to go hear from him so that he can get the instructions, the 10 commandments, Moses instructed his brother, Aaron, and the community to wait for him, to wait for him. And what people don't understand a lot of times is that God gave that message to Moses, not to Aaron, not to the other hundreds of people that were waiting on the word of God. See, when God gives those that he loves the most a vision and a dream, you can't expect other people to follow that dream and that vision because it wasn't given to them. So on this Motivational Monday moment, I want to remind somebody today that the dream and the vision that God gave you is just that, the dream and the vision that God gave you. Whatever you've been seeing in your spirit and in your heart, God gave it to you for a reason. So don't get mad when other people can't see that dream and that vision. You know why? Because it wasn't meant for them. It wasn't meant for them. That dream and that vision is for you to accomplish. See, I used to be that type of person, ladies and gentlemen, that I would wait. I got the dream, I got the vision, I got the confirmation, but I became so stagnated that I wanted others to accomplish that dream and that vision for me. Because I'm paying you, right? So I need you to do what I tell you to do. When you have employees and people that work under you, you sometimes become complacent because you feel like, oh my God, I gave you the bank, I gave you the coin, I gave you the bag. Why aren't you accomplishing what I've told you to accomplish? Because the dream and the vision I'm speaking to somebody this evening was never for them. So they're going to give their 10% while you're supposed to give your 2,000% because it's not their dream or vision. They can only do but so much. And tonight, I wanted to remind somebody of that because you have work to do. And before I shut down at the 9:30 hour, I wanted to remind somebody of that because the people in my circle as of late, I know I have to work with you. Shout outs to my sister of Urban Authors. You know who you are, sis. That conversation today, we have a work to do. We cannot be complacent or too busy in this season to miss the mark. I need y'all to touch and agree. See, I just had a baby 2.5 months ago. My child will be 3 months on the 22nd, and I'm out here. I'm not out here to show off or show out or do anything like that. I'm out here because time waits on nobody. The emails that are flooding my email boxes, I can't get away from them. My book that is no longer on Amazon because Amazon is acting crazy, I gotta find a new publisher for. I gotta find another platform for. This is my bread and butter. But besides it being my bread and butter, it's my life. It's what I desire to do because I want to leave a legacy. And if you want to leave a legacy tonight, I need you to understand something. It doesn't matter how big or small. It doesn't matter what people have said to you. It doesn't matter how you feel every day. Get back up again. Get back up again. Smile. Pretend as everything is okay. And in the end, you're going to say, thank you, God, that I never gave up. See, friends, it's so easy to give up. And I'm about to shut down any minute. It's so easy to give up. I'll never forget, I was in the class many years ago, and I was going through so much. I'm always going through so much, right? But I was going through so much, but I decided to get back up again every day. I decided that it was in my best interest to not give up, but to stay encouraged. I decided to stay positive, irregardless of what was happening in my life. And I'll never forget what this teacher shared with me. She said, Anaya A, it's so easy to give up. She said, Anaya A, it's so easy to throw in the towel, to do something negative. It's so easy to not do the thing that God put in your heart. I hope I'm not breaking up on YouTube. And if I am breaking up on YouTube, please follow me on Facebook. Please see me on Facebook. Hi, Patsy, I see you. Hi, Marie Ross. Thank you so much, Marie Moss. Join me on Facebook if you're having a hard time watching on YouTube, because I'm just coming back now on YouTube. So I apologize about breaking up on YouTube. Thank you so much, Tati. Keep watching, because this message is for you today. This message is for you because you probably thought about giving up a couple of times, but because you didn't, you are stronger and better. Because none of us decided to give up, we are still in the fight. And the teacher said to me, Anaya, there are so many people that give up every day because it's the easy thing to do. And she looked me in the eyes and she said, but the best thing to do and the strong thing to do is to never give up, no matter what's going on. And then I remember there was a time that I was laying in my bed, depressed and oppressed. And I was so depressed because I lost my career. I lost my ability to drive. I lost friends. I lost people around me. I lost everything inside of me because of this rare condition. And I lost my career. I lost everything. And all I would do is I would literally lay in bed. Tati, I hope you're still here, Tati. Tati, I hope you're still here, because this is where I'm closing it out, Tati. And Tati Debbie, I'm speaking to you. And before I speak, let me share this. Tati Debbie, watch now. Tati Debbie, watch now, because this is about you. Because I just shared about the teacher. Tati Deb, watch now, okay? I'm texting her because she was just on live on YouTube. But Tati Deb, I need you to be here. I need you to be here to watch this part and listen to the words that I'm about to share. And I'll never forget, guys, after that teacher shared that, my mind went back to the moment I was laying in bed. And as I was laying in that dark room in my bed on the Treasure Coast, depressed, having very bad thoughts of just ending it all, because hell, why should I stick around in life when I have nothing to live for? Why should I give anything else of myself when everything has been stripped away? And I'll never forget my aunt coming into my room and saying, leve, 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 by deo twata, e leve, leve, leve. Pour tout haïtien mwen yo, nou kompon sa map di aujourd'hui. Leve, leve, leve. Leve encore. Get up, get up, get up, get up again. Because today is your day to rise and shine. Today is your day to get back up on this motivational Monday moment. Today is the day that the good Lord has made. And I'll never forget when Tati Debbie had shared that with me as I laid in that bed that day, and I just did not want to move. I remember her coming in and sharing that with me, and I looked at her and I said, well, how can she tell me to get back up? Does she not know my pain? Does she not know what I've been through? Oh my God, the doctors are giving up on me again. My body is broken. I can't do anything else. What is going to happen from day to day? And when Tati Debbie said that, I got back up. I don't think y'all heard me. When Tati Debbie said that, I got back up. and I've been getting back up ever since. So tonight, fam, wherever you are, whoever you are, I want you to get back up again. Mr. People, the people, I want you to get back up again. I want you to be beautiful again. I want you to be amazing again, no matter who you are, no matter what you're going through. I want you to get back up again. Leve, leve, leve. By Dale Twatap, a leve, leve, leve. That's the message for you tonight, guys. And with that being said, I have Mr. People here, but I'm not sure if he can talk. Mr. People, est-ce que vous pouvez parler avec nous pour nous? Parce que moi,
bonsoir, Sister Anaya.
Bonsoir, people, the people, comment nous y fait Pam?
Ben, nous là, nous n'a regardé. Excusez-moi, moi en maillot.
Pas de problème, on a le costume, non? C'est au programme, tout content là, Shelbert, anyway.
Moi content. Eh bien, tout le monde, forme de travail pour nous travailler pour nous l'école pour mois d'octobre là, pour aider à l'école.
OK, bah nous programme là, ça a passé.
Eh bien, nous là, où qu'on est travaillé, c'est Timounio, c'est éducation qui premier, et puis félicitations pour le website là, mal visité lui.
OK.
Very nice, very nice.
Vous prenez notre travail, vous prenez
c'est ça lié, parce que nous sommes participés dans l'émission là, nous fait connaître que faut nous mettre tête nous ensemble.
That's it.
C'est pas un seul monde qui a solution, c'est nous tous qui avons solution. On est capable d'avoir une idée, mais chaque idée a un côté là-dedans qui demande de correction.
OK.
Ça veut dire que l'idée n'est pas parfait, vraiment vrai. Alors, si nous prenons tout, nous mettons sous table, nous venons avec une seule idée, côté toute idée fond global, nous sommes capables de porter solution supposée pour le pays.
C'est comme ça. Et comment bagaille a frappé ce domaine parce que je connais, on ne pas exactement côté dans la ville, mais c'est un monde qui a bougé, ou a travaillé, ou même avec toute l'équipe, ça a passé, parlez-nous.
Eh bien, que travailler dans ce domaine, on connaît que c'est extrêmement difficile parce que c'est le même problème dans la communauté internationale. Nous-mêmes, Haïtiens qui l'ont international à endurer, question unis nous ensemble, parce que tout le monde blessé par eux qui pour passer, par eux qui bon, c'est organisation par eux. Au lieu que pour faire une tête ensemble pour nous capables pour une solution, c'est ça fait que nous toujours en retard.
Oui.
On connaît la République dominicaine que à cause de et un peu haïtien a quitté le pays d'Haïti pour insécurité. Et il n'y a pas de visa, qui pas courir. C'est là où obligé de courir, qui est plus facile pour eux, légal ou illégal. Ça vient par un problème de migratoire, côté que l'immigration frappe chaque jour.
Frappe chaque jour. Et avec Timounio, est-ce que Timounio OK pour retourner à l'école et tout ça? Parce que nous attendons en pile nouvelle côté monde dominicain fatigué avec Haïtien, m'a dit nous ça fait sincèrement moi chagrin mais mes compagnons tout parce que en pile Haïtien débarqué. Mais est-ce que Timounio a moyen pour aller à l'école?
Bon que ça moins contacté et gain qu'à l'école c'est vrai, mais que l'école l'État, yo surpeuplé et capable de dire surpeuplé parce que il y a pile haïtien là-dedans, il y a pile dominicain là-dedans tout. Il y a moun qui dominicain qui a moyen qui ka mettre petit moun yo là en collège qui ont pas capable encore c'est dans l'école l'État y a le mettre. Que tout petit moun à l'école yo pas refuser inscription, quel que soit petit moun, yo pas refuser inscription.
Wow.
Ça c'est pas que moi suivre, que moi marcher dans l'école, yo faire des investigations personnelles moi, que moi ouais lycée que pas gen moun qui fait discrimination avec ti moun haïtien. Ça moi ouais ça me pas connaît l'autre ti moun ak ti moun, beaucoup mener investigation sur ça mais si c'est pour l'école l'État, yo recevoir tout ti moun net, même l'école privée tout.
Wow.
Seul problème qui gagne que moi suis que yo pas vle louer haïtien kay. Le pourquoi parce que l'homme poser quelques propriétaires question yo dit là yo louer haïtien kay si yo dit c'est 5 moun k'ap la donne et pourtant c'est 15-20 moun qui la donnent.
So yo débarqué.
Ouais, c'est ça, c'est le problème de ça. Yo connaît que majorité kay et République dominicaine c'est 3 chambres que yo plus vite yo ka accepter 6 moun.
Wow.
Mais par contre, mais yo dit yo jeune en pile et puis il y a un pile dégâts tout yo quitté en pile dommage dans kay là.
Qui ça veut dire haïtien yo aswer pour moun qui attendait ou qui habite Saint-Domingue sinon yo a essayé aller Saint-Domingue mais yo tellement fait bagay yo tête bas qui nouvelle qui pense ou vle ba yo parce que ou même ou là pour longtemps pas un problème et puis on aider un pile haïtien. So ba yon ti conseil pour nous tout aswer.
Conseil que moi capable bay haïtien, il est vrai que nous en République dominicaine parce que faut nous capable vivre en communauté et faut nous capable respecter voisins nous tout. Parce que le que ou quitter pays ou aller dans l'autre pays, on pas dit que ou craser culture. Non, pas craser culture mais on respecter principe kay moun dans tout.
C'est ça.
Faut respecter principe parce que depuis que ou fait un dégât qui passe ça, yo pas pouvoir dire ou même qui fait là, on va dire haïtien qui fait.
C'est
et
ça.
là yo dit c'est haïtien qui fait, c'est tout haïtien qui vient affecté avec décision que vous allez prendre.
Amen, amen.
Mais ça, c'est une qui pour travail, qui pour protéger l'autre.
Amen.
Parce que là, que moi, toujours fait, on prend exemple sur quelques haïtiens qui comportent bien, demandé, est-ce que c'est tout haïtien? Il dit non, mais on ne pas prendre décision pour tout haïtien. Il me dit, même j'ai que jeune haïtien qui comportent mal, les Dominicains qui comportent mal tout, partout dans le monde. Aux États-Unis, quand les Dominicains comportent mal tout. Mais on pas prendre décision contre tout Dominicain, juste prendre décision comme ça, comporter mal.
Vous connaissez ça, c'est pays, c'est parce que c'est pays, so y a fait aussi une différence parce que c'est pays, yo connaît Dominicain, yo, et yo vle yo vete dans pays, mais c'est pour Haïtiens, justement, pas faire ça pour yo faire nous l'aide toujours dans pays moun.
Mais malgré tout, il y a jeune Dominicain qui supporte Haïtien. Ça, je ne vais pas le courir. Non, même là que quelqu'un qui contre Haïtien,
oui.
Quelqu'un qui contre Haïtien, quelqu'un qui fait hypocrisie avec Haïtien, et quelqu'un tout qui supporte Haïtien.
Ok, je comprends nous très bien. Je comprends nous très, très bien. Wow. Mais à swear, comment bagayo yé, pas pile appui, pas un pile dommage dans le pays?
Bon, je veux dire que nous avons une journée qui fait très chaud. Le soleil là, c'est terrible.
Oui.
Mais quand même, toute bagaille était bien. C'était juste que un peu de monde était capable de rester en chemisette. Mais toute bagaille en forme. Parce que dans la zone que je passe, je n'ai pas de machine d'immigration, je ne pas si ils font poser, ils font break pour certains temps, parce que semaine se passée avec je dis que je ne pas courir vraiment.
Wow. Well, moi, quand nous faisons parler ça, salé madame pour moi, parce que moi, connais nous là, dans la bataille. Et pour l'autre moun qui pas connaît qui est souillé, dis moun avant moi aller à soin, dis moun qui est souillé, côté yo ka joindre information, nous connaissons comme people, mais ou bien ou organisation, et puis on va frapper pour longtemps, dis moun information pour nous à soin.
Ok, moi-même, c'est Jean-Philippe Dupoux, c'est Pipo pour tout le monde, Pipo l'amour tout le monde. Moi, c'est fondateur, si c'était pas chéri. Moi, c'est fondateur Haïti de demain qui devient un gros problème là-dedans, côté que nous avons essayé de un bel exemple avec tout Haïtien, même le qu'on crée un bagage, ou pas obligé de diriger. Nous avons bail ou moun diriger, le moun lui-même c'est l'autre vision qu'il a dans la tête. Il préfère diviser Haïti de demain pour faire Haïti de demain parle. Mais nous t'ai toujours dit c'est pas le nom qui va le travail, c'est l'équipe qui travaille. Parce que si nous avons un gros potorique femme, tant que Anéa qui est là, et puis nous avons un gros garçon et Master B qui est avec nous. Ah, Big Brother, c'est un gros bagage que nous toujours saluer dans tout ça que nous avons fait. C'est équipe là de compter et ça fait que nous venons prendre naissance avec un l'autre nom, ou l'autre nom qui est plus belle que Haïti de demain toujours, qui c'est famille Haïti pour Haïti.
That's it.
Ça veut dire que nous, c'est famille, nous sommes seule famille, nous supposons travailler pour payer. Faut que nous
That's
mettions
it.
tête nous ensemble pour que nous avons réuni toute organisation, nous avons réuni tout activistes haïtiens, yo, mettez tête nous ensemble pour nous venir avec une solution globale pour payer, côté que pour payer un plan de société, tout bon vrai pour travail. Parce que nous capables, nous te fait déjà et nous allons continuer à faire.
That's it. Nous te fait et nous allons continuer à faire. On est bien content ou là avec nous à soir. Et avant moi fini parce que ma fini à 9h30, ma parler au petit coup anglais parce que moi voulais m'entendre histoire ça ou comprendre anglais. Definitely comprendre.
Je ne dois pas parler le même comprendre.
Exactly. All right. Well, you guys just heard from Mr. People. He has answered the call to join us live this evening on the Anaya A Show. He is one of our friends, and he is a major leader in the Haitian community, leading the way for the people. And I'm so happy that he was able to come on live and share what's going on in the Dominican Republic, where he is presently residing. And for those that don't know, you can join him and be a part of his platform, Haiti de Demain. He can leave a comment under this live this evening, where him, his wife, and a lot of us are working together to make Haiti a better place. Now, due to the fact that I was pregnant for so long, obviously, and I gave birth, I was not able to join the platforms, but my brother here, Mr. People, has stood with me with the IT de Demain events and the people and what they're working on, and myself and Master B. That's how I knew about IT de Demain and Mr. People de People. It was through Mr. Master B, my big bro. And as you all know, again, we shouted him out because he got awarded this past weekend with a beautiful award, the Black Men Rock Award, down in South Florida, Southwest Florida. So I'm happy about that. Now, before we shut down, hey, sister, my sister, Madeline is joining us from Instagram. And we just got another great visitor who's visiting us, Mr. Marcus de Darbus. Mr. Marcus, who is another great Haitian leader. It seems like my Haitian leaders are joining me on this platform. And although I'm going to shut down in just a few moments, I'm going to let Mr. Marcus Darbus also introduce himself on this platform live on the social media hour. And then we're going to be shutting it down. So Mr. Marcus Darbus, if you can hear me, please, please, please say a quick hello. We are going to shut down in just a little bit. But of course, I have to make Mr. Marcus say who he is and what he's doing in the Haitian community. Mr. Marcus, ça passe?
Hi, Nabule, Anaya, it's a pleasure for me to see you.
It's a pleasure for me to see you, but I don't see you. I see your logo.
Actually, I just got off a meeting with NCDA, Initiative Citoyen de la Diaspora Haitienne. That's what I do. We're having a seminar in New York on Saturday in Long Island. The seminar will be for NCDA members and friends. And of course, we will have pretty soon another seminar for the whole diaspora community, especially organizations and leaders that are very active in the diaspora community.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So, Mr. Darbus, you are live with Anaya A on the Anaya A Show. I just made my grand return today, and I had to make sure my friends knew about the launching of the show. Although I just gave birth, but that's not going to stop anything, because my son, who is a Haitian and African son, needs to know that his mother is in the trenches working. So I want to say thank you for joining me. And I know you invited me to the meeting. We're going to talk offline much more. I'm back on this platform, and this platform is a friend of Insidia. And I'm so happy that you never gave up the fight. So I wanted to share.
Not at all.
And
congratulations on having your son.
Thank you so much. So he's such a cutie. I have to get back home to him. But I can't work from home at all. So I'm back in the office now, but I have to go back home. But I'll be back on this platform 3 days a week, starting back 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And my son will make little guest appearances depending on his mood. Sometimes he doesn't want to be bothered. He has a personality. He's like,
of
no.
course.
No cameras. But with that being said, we have my sister Trina, who just joined us as well. So I'm just going to take a few more minutes live, and then Mr. Darboux, stay right there because I want you to share where people can find you. Mr. People shared where people could find him. But now we have my sister, Trina. Trina, are you able to say a word, my beautiful sister?
Yes.
All right. Can you show yourself or no?
It's not allowing me to. I'm trying to.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome, sis. I don't think we've ever, until you show yourself, you are live with your girl Anaya A back on the Anaya A show. And I know that you are a businesswoman. While you're trying to get onto the video, would you like to share with the people who you are? Because we're on live in front of a whole lot of people on social media and on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, but also with Mr. Marcus Darboux and Mr. People de People. He has a real name, but you know, I call him People de People. So would you like to share who you are, Miss Trina, before we shut down tonight? Because we gotta connect the people.
Hello, guys. My name is Trina Nicole. I am from Brooklyn, New York. I am the founder of a brand called Creative Hands, where I make body butters, soap, body salt, and oils.
I love it. I love it. And Miss Trina is a sister to all of us in the Haitian community, as we are a sister of hers. Miss Trina, where can people find you if they're interested in some of your product, my love?
Well, right now you guys can find me on my Facebook page at Trina Nicole.
All right, I love it. And before we shut down, I wanted to share that Trina is actually a part of the documentary series that we're launching, guys. If you don't know the story about your girl Anaya A, being a barren woman for many years, having multiple miscarriages and multiple issues with my health, and God has allowed me to give birth to a healthy young man, and I'm still here. So Miss Trina is a part of that documentary, and she's already been featured in the documentary during the time that we had a baby shower for King. One of the baby showers was documented already. So I just wanted to share that she made a beautiful appearance in that documentary, and we have a lot more to come. Right, sis?
Right on.
Right on. Well, I wanted to share another word. I shared that I would say this during the ending of the show, ending of the platform, that today, real quick, guys, don't go anywhere. Today is the anniversary of my cousin Emanuela Lavalier. I hope I said that correct. My cousin in South Florida has been married to her husband. I'm going to tell you right now so I don't mess it up. I feel like they've been married for like 10, 12, 30 years. Okay, 14 years. I'm sorry. And here's why this is so important and this is so beautiful. Emanuela's story is so amazing, guys. I'm not going to tell her story, her personal story, until she gives me the okay. But sharing this word about Emanuela, because she published about her and her husband's anniversary, which is the 14th year anniversary. I met Emanuela as my cousin around the age that she was 18. I had to get that confirmed through my auntie in South Florida. And the reason being is because her story is so beautiful. Now, today, though, I wanted to end off kind of with sharing this beautiful love story of Emanuela and her husband, Mr. Gregory Florestal, because it is live on social media. So I don't think that they'll care because it's public knowledge, right? And I was just talking about this couple a couple of days ago with Tati, Emanuela's mom, and we were talking about the day of the wedding. And I'll never forget, because Tati was telling me how Emanuela is a great chef and she cooks so well. And mind you, Emanuela is so tiny, like I'm so jealous. And I had no idea she cooked, right? I remember Emanuela sharing, and I may get emotional because I'm a crybaby. Emanuela sharing at her wedding how they met, her husband and her. It was at Gregory's family's restaurant in South Florida. And Emanuela loved the food so much, she would constantly go and eat the food and get food from the Haitian restaurant, right? But secretly, it was Gregory, I think, that was really the catch of the day, if you will. And she shared that story that day. And I'm not gonna lie to you, my people, Emanuela and Gregory's story, their love story, is one of those stories that really made me want to fall in love with. That's one of the stories that really made me want to fall in love and be in a relationship with a strong Black male. And why am I sharing that this evening as we shut down me coming back? Hey, sis, we see you now. And why am I sharing that now as we're shutting down? Number one, it's their anniversary, 14th year, which is a very powerful number, okay? But number two is because as I was sharing earlier on this Motivational Monday moment, whatever you desire in life, fam, whatever you want to do, however you see fit that your life should be, stay focused on that. Keep thinking positively. Whatever you see, whatever you believe, whatever you hear, it has to be positive. Because if it's not, you're going to get the complete opposite. Today, Emanuela and her husband, Gregory, have made it to 14 strong, beautiful years. They have two beautiful children that are growing up in a society where oftentimes it is said that Black people are not going to make it, that Black lives don't matter. But here we are. Oh my God, I'm so emotional. Here we are 14 years later. 14 years later, and Emanuela helped me with my wedding. Her daughter walked in my wedding. Her husband actually knew the photographers that were hired for the wedding, and they all were like friends already. And I had no idea prior to that day. Why do I share that? I share that to say, let's rebuild our Black family, friends and family. Let's rebuild Black love. Let's rebuild our society where even when they say Black lives don't matter, we say, yes, it does. We say it, we stand with it, we grow with it, and we love each other again. So tonight, I want to thank you all for joining us live. I want to thank you, Mr. Darboos, for never forgetting about me. And funny enough, as I was about to give birth, you were calling me for, a request to be on platforms and to work to activate the Haitian community. And I couldn't even tell you at the moment that I was giving birth. But thank you for not forgetting.
You are a star, I heard that.
Exactly, because I didn't even tell you. And then for Trina to standing with me and loving me from day one, just connecting and loving each other. I know what you're going through, sis, and I know it's not easy, but remember, you are here and you're beautiful and you're amazing. We got work to do, sis. We got work to do. And people in the Dominican Republic fighting for our Haitian people when you could give up two on all of us. As we close out tonight, my prayer is that we continue to love each other. You all connect with one another. You all continue to build and never give up. I love you guys. We're back. And I'm excited.
I love you, love you, love you.
Hi, people. Hi, Trina.
Guys, I love you. We're going to shut it down. I got a whole newborn that's waiting on his mama. When the doctor said no, God said yes. So I love you guys. We'll continue to build and grow. I'll reach back out to you a little bit later today or tomorrow. And in the interim, let's play a beautiful song as we shut down. Now, Trina, you don't know this song yet. You don't know the language fully, but you're getting inundated in the Haitian community. This is a song that I really love, and it's basically by our girl, Miss Felicia Ross. And it just says like that, Kosa. So, Anale, Kosa. When everybody let go of you. You stood by me, y'all. Let's work. Let's work. Now it's a love song, but I'm just telling you, I want to keep working, and you guys are doing it, and we're doing it like that. So stop. All right, my people, I love you. Good night.
Right.
Nice.
Costa, Costa.